Hello and welcome. This is part 2 of the legendary First Strike bundle, and in this video we are looking at the Akira class. So we'll be looking at the Vanity shields from the Dilithium store. These are available during certain events of the year, and also from the Zen store. As always, there's chapters in the description down below. The first shield we'll be looking at is the Alliance Vanity Shield. This shield is the only one that's currently available in the Zen store. It comes as part of the Kittimer Alliance bundle, in which you get the shield, the uniform, and an upgrade. So the shield itself, we have this white hull material. You also see some grey shading there, and a touch of gold shading. We have this orange plasma effect here for the Basard collectors, and with the cyan there for the deflector array. For the impulse engines, we start off at red, through orange, yellow and into white. Then in the cell colour itself, we have that cyan colour there. As we look down, we see some of that grey shading, some more of that gold shading there, and then this red stripe as well. And with the same here on the underside. Moving on to the Dilithium store now. This is the Baul Vanity Shield. It's a very popular shield in the game. So we have this black hull material. And it's still cyan pattern effect here for the deflector. Same there for the Basard collectors. Got this lovely red for the impulse engines. And that cyan colour again there for the cells. And here we can see this etched pattern in the hull material as well. Let's look down, again you can see more of that etched pattern in the hull material. And we'll see that the red really does pop very nicely against this black hull material. And also got some more of that cyan lighting there as well, near the bridge. And more of that etched pattern within the hull material there. Here we have the Borg Vanity Shield. So that gives your vessel the look of a liberated Borg vessel, not an assimilated one. So we've got this grey hull material, and you can see this pattern effect on it. That's various sizes of hull plates. There. Got this lovely blue design pattern here for the deflector. Then we've got the blue there on the Basard collectors. Got blue there for the impulse engines. And then we've got the partly lit part there of the nacelle in the blue. Let's look down and see these illuminated areas here. So that's sections of the hull that don't have any plating. So it's got a conduit material underneath this lighting effect. And same around the bridge area there. And you see a touch more of it on the underside as well. And there on the cells also. Here we have the Discovery Vanity shield. So this shield has two visual appearances depending on your faction alignment. So we'll have a look at the Federation aligned first, and then we'll move on to the Klingon aligned. So for Federation aligned characters, you get this two-tone grey hull material, this white deflector with a blue spoke pattern throughout it, this patterned blue Bussard collectors there. At the rear there we've got this red honeycomb for the impulse engines. Then we've got the blue there for the nacelles themselves. So this is to give your vessel the look of Starfleet vessels in Season 1 of Discovery. As we look down at the top there, we can see different shades of hull material. And the lighter grey's also got this pattern in it as well. And the same there on the underside. And here we have the Discovery Vanity shield on a KDF aligned character. So you see we've got this brown patterned hull material, this yellow and white pattern here for the deflector array, and we've got this red and pulsating white effect here for the Bussard collectors. This yellow and white patterned effect here for the impulse engines. Then we can see this pattern effect here with the orange, yellow and white there for the nacelles. As we look at the ship in full, you can see the full effect there of the various shapes and for the pattern effect on the hull material. And the same again there on the underside. Here we have the Emperor's Vanity shield with this dark grey hull material. This lovely pattern with the orange there for the deflector array. We have this deep yellow there for the Bussard collectors. And that cyan there for the impulse engines. And we've got the yellow there for the nacelles themselves. As we look down, we can see some purple shading to the hull material. And we can see these blue illuminated dots. They are throughout the hull material, almost like a star field kind of pattern to them. And the same here on the underside. Touch more of the purple shading, and again those blue illuminated dots throughout the hull material. Here we have the Ferengi Vanity shield. So we've got the orange hull material that we see on Ferengi vessels in the TV shows. Got this yellow deflector with this grey surround. See some more of the grey shading there, as well as the gold shading. Then we've got that deep yellow effect there for the Bussard collectors. At the rear, we've got more yellow there for the impulse engines, and the grey shading there on the bay doors. Then we've got a slightly brighter yellow there for the nacelle itself. And then we can start to see some of this rivet detail on the hull material there. Again, more of that rivet detail throughout the hull material there. That's more of the grey and gold shading there on the underside, and more of that rivet pattern effect as well. This is the Hur'q Vanity Shield. So we have this green hull material with this purple shading, and this green illuminated pattern here for the deflector. Got the green there for the Zhat collectors. Got a green pattern effect for the impulse engines. Some more of that purple shading as well. And then this illuminated green patterned hull material also. And we've got the green there for the nacelle colour. And here we can also see some of this black shading, giving a pattern look to certain parts of the hull material. And on the underside we've got more of that illuminated green pattern material, more of the purple and that shading effect as well. This is the Kelvin Divergence Vanity Shield. So like the Discovery one, it does have two visual appearances. Now we'll look at the Federation one first, and then we'll move on to the Klingon one. So we've got this grey hull material, got this patterned blue deflector, which is almost identical to that of the Enterprise in the reboot films. We have this absolutely awful Zhat collector effect. This effect was taken from the Kelvin in the first reboot film. That was its Zhat collector, and it works fine on the Kelvin, but it doesn't work on any other ship. At the rear here we have this orange pattern effect for the impulse engines. Then we've got the blue and white there for the nacelles. And there you can see that pattern to that awful Zhat collector look. As we look down, you can see the pattern effect within the grey hull material. And we're the same there on the underside. And here we have the Kelvin Divergence Vanity Shield on a KDF Align character. So we've got various shades of green for the hull material with some grey there. This lovely red patterned deflector array here. Got the yellow there for the Zhat collectors. The red honeycomb there for the impulse engines. And that blue honeycomb pattern there for the nacelles. And then as we look down, you see the various shades of green and the pattern on the hull material there. And with the same there on the underside with a few extra touches of the grey there as well. This is another very popular shield in the game. It is the Section 31 Vanity Shield. Yeah, it's got this dark hull material with a slightly lighter shading there as well. You'll notice that the facade collectors are blacked out and has this illuminated red around them. Then we've got this lovely cyan patterned deflector array here. At the rear here, we've got the red honeycomb for the impulse engines. And then we've got this very bright cyan there for the warp nacelles. Now as we look down, you can see that two-tone hull material colouring there. We've also got this stripe pattern material here as well. And with the same there on the underside. This is the Tzenkethi Vanity Shield. This shield's got quite a bit going on with it. So we've got this green hull material. It's also got some grey shading to it. And then this panel lighting effect as well. You'll notice that some parts of this do pulsate. Then we've got this warm orange deflector array. Then we've got the white facade collectors that does have a slight pattern to it as well. In the rear there, we've got the white there for the impulse engines. Got more of that pulsating panel lighting effect. And you can also see some black shading there as well. Then we've got this green and grey pattern effect on the bay doors. There's that slight pattern effect there for the facade collector, and then the white there for the nacelle itself. Then as we look down, you'll see that carved pattern to the hull material. More of that pulsating light effect as well through various parts of the ship. Same here on the underside, and a touch more of that black shading as well. And now we come to the final shield from the Dilithium store, and this is the Zhat Vash Vanity Shield. We've got the olive green and sandy brown hull material colour there. Got some touches of grey as well. This lovely illuminated green deflector array here. Then we've got this white and green pattern to the facade collectors. I have this lovely red for the impulse engines. There's the grey there on the bay doors. Then we have the very bright green for the nacelle colours. Then we can see that pattern there with the two-tone hull material. With those colours, it puts me in mind of a army camouflage. And with the same there on the underside. And that includes the look at the legendary First Strike bundle and the Akira class. I hope you enjoyed the videos. As always, I have links down below in the description for my social media, for my real merch discount code. Also got the STO wiki and the main Star Trek Online news blog in there as well. And then links to Casual Sab, Nick NB and McStew's YouTube and Twitch channels. Those guys have got a wealth of content in there that is well worth a check out. But until the next video or the next live stream, thank you all for watching.